Hello everyone and welcome to the 8th sheet metal exercise, which is flat pattern stent. So this exercise is very simple and you just need to learn a single feature, which is convert to sheet metal or just insert bends. Okay, so in this tutorial we'll be learning how to convert a basic part model, a solid part model, into a sheet metal part, and then we'll be using some features to convert it into a stent. Okay, so first of all I'll just change the units to IPS, make the front plane normal to me. Okay, so we have to revolve the sketch, so I'll just make the center line here, and the sketch is a basic rectangle. Now the height of the rectangle is 1.040, the thickness is 0.02, okay, and the radius, now the radius is from the outer edge of the rectangle, so the diameter is 0.595 now, and the radius is divided by 2. So okay, so now as you can see, the sketch is fully defined and it is ready for revolving. So go to features, revolve. Okay, now we don't have to revolve it by 360 degrees because we want a gap somewhere, a minor gap, because it's quite logical, because whenever you roll a sheet metal there is always going to be a small gap because it's not a solid part model. So we'll be revolving by 359.5 degrees, so there will be a small gap here, and the gap is here. Okay, so now this is a solid part model. As you can see, there is no sheet metal folder here. So I'll just quickly go to sheet metal, insert bends. Basically we are just telling the software that this is a big bend, a single big bend. So go to bends. Now in the bend parameter it asks you for fixed edge or face, so I'll just select this face and keep everything as 0. Go to OK. Okay, so now this part has been converted into a sheet metal part. As you can see, the various folders have been created. Now let's just unfold it to perform our necessary steps. Fixed face is this one, and for the bend, collect all bends. As you can see, it only collected a single bend, which is this big bend. Okay, so this part has been unfolded. Now it's ready for performing our sheet metal operations. Okay, so now we will be basically making a simple figure here, and then we will be patterning it in the X direction and the Y direction. Okay, so I've selected the top face, sketch, okay, and I need a square here. Okay, so I'll make sure that these are equal, okay, and then I need another, should be perpendicular and equal. Okay, so the basic sketching is done, so let's jump to the dimensioning. Okay, so before it I'll just make a little constraint here, and it should be coincident. Okay, and this and these, so these lines should be parallel. Okay, now one of the edges 0.177. okay, so as you can see, this thing is quite fully defined here. Now the distance between the two squares is 0.01 inch. Okay, and the length of the second square, the side, is 0.171, and the distance from here to here is 0.003. So as you can see, the second square is a little bit smaller in size than the bigger square. Okay, so we are done with the sketching, and now we'll be just patterning it. So go to linear pattern here. First of all, let's just select the entities to pattern, which is this which is this figure. Okay. Okay, so let's first quickly do for the x direction. Okay, so for the x direction, the distance between the two sketches or the linear pattern should be 0.26 inch. The number of instances is 8. Okay, and let's do for the y direction. Now this box is grayed out, so let's just quickly fill this. The number of instances in the y direction, put it 5, and then it will be ungrayed or whitened out. Now just put 0.26. It's in the wrong direction, so just flip the sides, flip the side, and everything seems okay. So click on execute or click. Okay, so as you can see, everything is blue here, and this is not a good part, because this is not a good thing, because the sketch is underdefined. So I'll just see that in which direction is it underdefined. It moves in the y, so it is also underdefined in the y direction, and also in the x, so it is also underdefined in the x direction. So now it is a common thing that that although we have input the required dimensions, the sketch is underdefined when we execute the linear pattern thing. So there's nothing to worry. So we just need to put some constraints. So I'll just make this point coincident on the edge, make coincident. Okay, and the distance is 0.26. Okay, so now as you can see, it's constrained in the y direction. Now okay, now what about the z direction, the x direction? So we also need to do the same thing here, which is we will be inputting 0.26. Okay, so as you can see, it is the sketch is fully black, and it means that it is fully defined. So now we just need to execute the command, which is go to features, extrude card, link to thickness is selected, and okay, so basically you are done with the part, you have done with the tutorial, and now you just need to fold it into a form of a stent. So go to Sheetmetal, fold, select this edge and collect all bends. Remember, it was only a single bend. Okay, so this is quite it, and now you have to manually input the fillets here, in each and every edge apart from this here, because it's a gap and you cannot input or put or make a fillet here. So let's quickly put the fillets here. Okay, so I'm done filleting the edges. Okay, so I've inputted the edges on each of the edge, and not edge, vertex. And yeah, and the next thing is what is the area of sheet metal that has to be used in order to make this stent. So you can do the evaluation by yourself, or you can just go to cut list sheet metal, right click on it, properties, and bounding box area, which is 1.89 inch square. So okay, now we'll be using the measure feature in order to calculate the area manually. So now this edge is 1.82 inch long and this edge is 1.04. So if we multiply it, then we should be getting a number greater than 1.82, as this is greater than 1. So yeah, and the answer is 1.893. So it matches. So now it's quite logical to use the cut list, this option, in order to find the area of the sheet metal needed to manufacture this part. Thank you and see you in the next tutorial.